Hi everyone, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to solve this very interesting integral. So now it looks kind of intimidating, but I'm going to show you that it's actually relatively easy as long as you know a couple of important trigonometric identities, okay? So yeah, let's do it. So we're going to start off by rewriting sine to the fourth power. There is really no way to integrate this if you don't rewrite it. So let me show you what equation we're going to use. So there's an equation that goes sine squared theta will be equal to 1 minus cosine 2 theta divided by 2, okay? So now over here we have sine to the fourth power. So what we can do is just simply square both sides, and then we're going to be able to integrate sine to the fourth power as this expression, okay? So now we're going to, instead of, integrating this, we're going to integrate that equation over there. And actually, before I write the integral sign, I want to highlight something. So we're going to be integrating this. And really, the easiest thing to do is we're going to distribute this exponent to the denominator, and then we're going to get the following. We're going to have 1 over 4, because we distribute it, so we have 2 squared. And then we're going to have 1 over 4 times the integral of 1 minus cosine of 2 theta squared d theta, okay? So this is now the integral that we have. So now let's take care of this, okay? So now it may look kind of hard to integrate this, but really, if you expand this binomial, you're going to get a couple of terms which are really easy to integrate. You're just going to get one term that's kind of weird, maybe you have never integrated a function like that, but I'm going to show you what to do, okay? So first, let's integrate this. So we're going to have, I'm going to do it like this. So the integral of 1 minus cosine of 2 theta squared d theta. We know this will be equal to the integral of the entire binomial expanded, so that will be 1 minus 2 times cosine 2 theta plus cosine squared of 4 theta, okay? And then we close this, and then we write d theta. Nice. So now this is what we get. Now cosine squared 4 theta. Oh, why didn't I write 4 theta? This is supposed to be 2 theta. I'm thinking ahead. There's one way you can solve this integral in which you use cosine squared of 4 theta. Cosine of 4 theta. But not here, this is 2 theta, okay? Not 4 theta, sorry. So yeah, this is going to be cosine squared 2 theta. This is a function that I said before that may be kind of weird to integrate. Maybe you've never computed an integral like this, but it's actually relatively easy, okay? I'm going to show you. So now we have this, and what we're going to do is, we're just going to integrate each term. So we know this will be equal to, so let's see what we get. We're going to have the integral of 1, that's going to be theta. And then we're going to have the integral of this. Now, how do you integrate this? Well, really, if you want to integrate these, you just want to integrate cosine, okay? So I'm going to do it like this. What happens if you differentiate sine of 2 theta? So if you differentiate this, well, what do you get? You're going to get 2 times cosine of 2 theta, okay? This is what you get. And notice, well, this is exactly what we have in here, okay? So that means that the solution we're looking for is just sine of 2 theta and then a negative in front, okay? So that we get the same form. So this will be minus sine of 2 theta. And now we have plus, so I'm going to do it like this, plus the antiderivative of cosine squared 2 theta, okay? 2 theta d theta, okay? So this is what we get here. Hopefully you can see it from there. So this is now what we have. Now, how do we compute this integral? Well, there's another trigonometric identity, which is really important. I'm going to erase this. I kind of need the space. So there are 2 things you could try to do here. First of all, you could try to simply rewrite 2 theta as, just use u substitution. So you could say u equals 2 theta, and then just rewrite this as cosine squared of u, and then du and with whatever coefficient you get in front. That would work. And of course, you would need to know how to integrate cosine squared. That's one approach. But there is another approach in which you don't have to use u substitution, which is there's this equation. So it doesn't matter what approach you use, you're going to have to use this equation. So it goes like this. Cosine squared of theta will be equal to 1 plus cosine of 2 theta divided by 2. Okay, divided by 2. Nice. So now this is a very important equation, and over here hopefully you can see how we could rewrite this using this equation. instead of writing cosine squared theta, we could just simply multiply every input in this equation by 2, and that way we would have cosine squared of 2 theta is equal to 1 plus cosine of 4 theta. We multiply by 2 the inputs on the left and right hand sides, and then just divide by 2, okay? So we could either do that, or you could rewrite this integrand using U substitution. I think both approaches are, just as, it's the same amount of work, really. So I'm just gonna use this as, I'm just gonna, multiply the inputs on both sides by 2 theta. Well, what could be harder? I think if you're a student, yeah, I'm gonna show you the hard way, okay? Maybe I'm evil, but I think the hard way gives you some more intuition into how you can use these equations. So this is gonna be helpful. So now that I'm gonna use the hard way, I'm gonna do it like this. You can rewrite this equation as cosine squared of 2 theta will be equal to, I'm going to show you the hard way, because I think the hard way gives you some nice intuition into how powerful these equations over here are, and how you can, you can modify them to match whatever integrand you have. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So you have cosine squared of 2 theta is going to be equal to cosine of 4 theta, okay? Over here, this would have been 2 theta if this wasn't 2 theta, but this is 2 theta, so we need to multiply by 2 here. So if we multiply by 2, we just get 4 theta, okay? So now this is what we have. Now we're gonna, instead of integrating this, we're gonna integrate this. So I'm gonna do it like this. The integral of this, and this will be d theta. I just don't want to have to rewrite the entire thing again, so I'm just gonna use the integral notation here. And then we know this will be equal to the integral of this. So now how do we integrate this? Well, we know we get the following. By integrating each term, we're going to get the following. So we're going to have theta divided by 2. Now what is the integral of, I'm going to do it like this, a half times the integral of cosine for theta, d theta. So we can use a very similar reasoning here. We can just say that, well, what happens as you integrate sine of 4 theta? Well, we know that this will be equal to, can I fill it in here? Yeah, actually I can fill it on the same line. So we know this will be equal to 4 times cosine of 4 theta. Okay, this is what you get when you integrate this function. And notice, this is exactly the same thing that we have, but we have a coefficient of 4, which we don't really want. So we're going to divide by 4 on both sides, okay? So then we know that this integral would be equal to, I'm going to do it over here. We know that integral would be equal to theta divided by 2. So we have a half times, so this is going to be a half times sine 4 theta divided by 4, I'm sorry. Okay, just going to write the 4 just in case. So we have 4, so then we know that it's just going to be a half, so yeah. So we have plus sine of 4 theta divided by 8, okay? Now that works out, because then you would get 4 times cosine 4 theta divided by 8, that's going to be cosine 4 theta divided by 2, okay? 4 over 8 equals a half. And now I could write in theory the constant of integration. I'm going to do it just so that I don't get flamed in the comments for not writing C. But really, we can just write it in the end. Okay, it doesn't matter, but yeah, it's there. If you want to see it, well, there it is. So now, we have solved this integral over here, okay, in terms of theta. You could solve it in terms of another dummy variable if you use substitution. I guess I just did the hard way, the hard or confusing notation way, by using this equation over here and just multiplying by 2 every input, every theta input that you see here. But you could use, use substitution, and then you would get a solution in terms of u or whatever variable you used, and then you would have to go back to thetas, okay? And you should get this. So now we have a solution for this integral, which means that we have a solution for this integral over here, okay? And then we just need to multiply by 1 over 4. So let's see what we get in the end. So we're going to have that, I'm going to write it like this. So the integral of sine to the 4th power theta d theta is going to be equal to 1 over 4 times this. So we know this will be 1 over 4 times, now let's see what we got first. So we had theta minus sine 2 theta. So theta minus sine 2 theta. I'm not going to use the parentheses. Hopefully you know that that will be sine 2 theta. So this is now what we have, and now we have the solution for this integral, which we know it's in here, okay? So we know this will be, is that a minus sign? No, it's a plus sign, so we're good. So this will be plus theta over 2 plus sine of 4 theta divided by 8, okay? And then, I'm gonna close this and then plus c, okay? So in theory, you could leave this as your solution. Clearly, there are a couple things that you could factor out here. So for instance, not factor out, but simplify. So really over here, yeah, I'm gonna do it because that's actually really easy to simplify. So just for keeping up with a good style, I'm gonna have the big numbers at the beginning. So this will be sine 4 theta divided by 32 because we're multiplying by 1 over 4. And then we know theta plus theta over 2 is going to be 3 theta over 2. So 3 theta over, is that the only? No, yeah, we also have this. So minus sine of 2 theta divided by 4. Yep, divided by 4. And then we have 3 theta over 2 times 1 over 4. That's going to be plus 3 theta over 8, okay? Yep, and now plus c. And this is your solution. This is as pretty as it gets. Clearly, it's a big mess, of course. Like, look at the integral we had at the beginning. Of course, you're not gonna get anything pretty. But yeah, this is what you get in the end, okay? So if for any reason you want to integrate sine to a 4th power, you might wanna just remember this, okay? Yeah. So yeah, that's been the entire video. Hopefully you can see that this is relatively easy. Probably the only hard thing to do, maybe to just really remember this equation. So cosine squared theta equals this and sine squared theta equals this. If you remember those, then you have everything that you need to solve these couple integrals, okay? Because you need to solve this integral and then you need to solve this one. Hopefully you can think about, expanding the binomial, then solving each term, and then the only hard term that you get should be this one. This is a relatively hard integral, but you can solve it really easily as long as you know this over here. And remember, instead of using this equation, cosine squared 2 theta equals 1 plus cosine 4 theta divided by 2, instead of using that, you could use substitution. If that works better for you, then go ahead. I think showing you how to play with the inputs in this equation, how you can multiply the inputs in this equation, I think that's helpful, because a lot of times you will encounter these types of integrals, okay? You're gonna have cosine to an exponent of 2 theta or k theta or whatever, and then it can be problematic, okay? But yeah, it's all good. It's all good as long as you know this equation, okay? Yeah, that's been the third video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. This is the right answer. If you want to prove it, one tip that you're gonna have to use is that if you want to prove this, oh wait, what? No, actually, well, you could use two equations. If you want to prove that this is the right answer, you could either use this equation or there's another equation that I didn't write here, but I'm just gonna write it in here just as another tip. If you want to prove that this is the right answer, there is an equation which goes cosine 2 theta is gonna be equal to cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta. Now, this equation is really powerful, and when you differentiate this function to check if it indeed gives you this, you're gonna get a lot of cosines 2 theta or cosine. You're gonna get cosine 2 theta and then cosine 4 theta, and you can rewrite them using this equation over here, okay? And then you're gonna get cosine squared, sine squared. A couple of things are gonna cancel out, and you're gonna get back to this, okay? That's just a tip if you want to prove that this is correct, okay? So yeah, that's been the entire video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you in the following one. Bye.